Hey y'all, how you doing? Okay, so first things first. Uh yeah. So yesterday, you see the look on my face, right? Yesterday there was another fight at the dog park, and I don't know what the hell is wrong with male dogs that are so reactive. Um I start to wonder if Milo was a teeny dog who wasn't a threat, or if he was a female, he'd be less of a threat. I don't know what the deal is, but even dogs that have played nice with him, really nice, without warning, boom, they attack. And that's what happened yesterday. This is like the third time, second or third time, I can't remember now. And I'm warm like always. Anyway, so I went nuts and I intervened, and the owners have a tendency to not intervene. They just kind of sit there and watch everything, and I don't understand that either. That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. So I intervened. I ended up on the ground, and I'm swinging my leg because I'm trying to kick that dog. I don't even know how I ended up on the ground, but I started swinging my leg, and I said, "Get the F off my dog!" And I'm trying to get that stupid dog off mine, and the owners just stood there and did nothing. Nobody jumped in it except me. And so the dog had a harness on, so I grabbed the harness and I pulled him away from my dog. And I said, "Y'all need to play nice. What is this fighting bullshit?" And they left. The two women that had that dog left. I'm noticing a trend where people allow their dogs to misbehave. You don't have to know about socialization. You don't have to know anything about that at all. Period. You don't have to know nothing about that. But what you do need to have is some common sense, which isn't common, I might add. You should have enough common sense to know that if your dog is an aggressor with people or other animals, that's a problem. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get a lawsuit. Your dog is going to hurt someone else's dog or hurt somebody else, period, or whatever. And those you'll be paying that person's medical bills or vet bills or whatever, because you're not smart enough to realize you got to control your animal. If they misbehave, you address it. You do not stand there eating popcorn and watch the fight go on. This isn't a Mike Tyson fight on TV, pay-per-view. This is the real thing in real life. I'm so tired of that. I'm not taking him there again anytime soon. At all. I'm not. There's another nature place that I'm going to explore, and I will take him to that. And hope to God nothing goes crazy over there. Wow. I mean, my whole life I've seen people that are so submissive and so passive. Even when somebody sees something terrible go on or something off the wall go on, they just stand there. Am I the only person in the entire world that is proactive? Am I the only person who's not eating popcorn? Okay, baby rant, I'm done. But I'm tired of it. Anyway, getting really tired of it. So, let's talk about what I addressed the other day. Talking about how women can be so nasty, so mean, so hateful, so malicious. I forget the young lady's name. Oh God, what is her name? Fubo? I can't remember her name. She's a chocolate lady. She's super classy. She has a accent. She talks about life. And she talked about how malicious women can be. And it was like really weird because I had just made that video. And she said when she got married, person who she thought was her best friend got up in front of this person is making a statement at the wedding in front of her new husband, her new in-laws, her family, her everything. This person who's supposedly a friend got up and said, "She's a liar," talking about the young lady. "She's a liar. What you see is not real. That's not who she really is." Y'all see what I'm talking about? I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. It happens all the time. There's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of animosity because of that. There was one lady that her hairdresser, I was looking in the comments of this video, and the lady said her hairdresser was supposed to get her hair done that day because she was getting married that day. So obviously your hair needs to be on point. And her hairdresser deliberately saw other customers knowing that she was on a deadline and she couldn't get her hair done in time. That happened to a couple ladies. One of them, I told her, she said there wasn't a beauty supply place, couldn't get my hair done. I think she was upset that I was getting married or whatever. And like, wow, I told her, she don't know me from a can of paint. I told her, I said, let me tell you something, because I'm into hair and makeup and all that crap, right? I said, let me tell you something. If I was your friend, we would find a beauty supply place and your hair would be beautiful, stunning on your wedding day. Stunning. I'd have her looking like a princess. Okay? Which is a reflection of my good work. I'm like, everybody looking at her hair going, damn, you on point. Yeah. Tranquility help me. So it's something in it for me too, right? And I get to have wedding cake. I like cake. No, but seriously though, I'd have her so on point, makeup, boom, hair, boom, booyah. You don't trip off of that. You bless someone else's blessings. Maybe that will come to you. But if you're going to be nasty and evil, you're chopping your own legs off at the knees when you do things like that. You're shooting your own blessings right out the water. It's just ridiculous. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Another thing, and this isn't a man or woman thing, but I've noticed it with women in particular. The mean girls thing or that nasty attitude is not always a hormonal thing. It can also be a mental illness thing. How many people are running around with no childhood being addressed, no therapy, no group therapy, which there are groups that are free, okay? They're running around with those scars, psychological scars, which manifest itself into mental illness. So then you're angry and evil and super malicious towards people who had nothing to do with your childhood. Did I go there? You're malicious and hateful towards people who had nothing to do with your childhood. And you're taking it out on them. Why? Why? Why are you doing that? I also noticed, and this might sound weird, but I'm telling you what I've seen. You may know somebody for years, right? And you don't know that something is wrong with them until you notice like little quirks about them that's kind of off. But you're like, okay, you think to yourself, okay, that remark was unnecessary, but then you just kind of blow it off. But you shouldn't blow it off because that's a red flag. Relationships are not the only place you can see red flags. So they may be slightly off, but for the most part, everything's cool. until until life stops going their way. We having church up in here today. Church. Chuch. Church. We having church today. Um, yeah. And then you will see when life goes completely different and those are permanent changes, you will see a hatred come out of them that you never knew they had. And you're sitting there like, oh, I've seen that happen a few times. I saw that happen with someone I was friends with for about 7, 8 years. We met online. We met in person. We had a great time. I took her to my favorite place, down at the lake. We had a great time. Everything was going well until her life drastically changed. One contributing factor to her hate was she was on a medication, and I've told you guys this before. She was on a new medication, and because her health was deteriorating, and therefore things that she enjoyed doing was no longer an option. So she was like, I don't know what you call it, but you go to the prison and she's supposedly a minister. Yeah. Anyway, she would go to the prison and she would, whatever with the inmates, have studies or whatever the hell she was doing over there. That was her passion. It was something she loved doing. She couldn't do it anymore because she had rheumatoid arthritis in addition to fibromyalgia. So she started to change. She started to be really hateful towards gay people who had nothing to do with her health. And her daughter has exhibited lesbian behavior online with another woman, deep kissing another woman. She was perfectly okay with that, which tells me you're a hypocrite. Queen Jasmine could do it, but nobody else could do it. What? She didn't say those words, but her behavior made it crystal clear. They got nothing to do. Gay people have nothing to do with what's going on with your life. But she was really angry because life was changing. She couldn't do her ministry anymore, which you don't need to be doing it. You're hateful. Truth be told, that's probably why God took that from you, because you are just hateful. She was losing her health, getting worse. In addition to, and if you heard this story, just go get a bag of chips or something to drink or wine or something. Anyway, I was talking to a nurse and I told him, he's a male nurse, I told him how she was flipping out on me. And he said, I told him, excuse me, my asthma is flaring up and I'm just so excited. I need an inhaler. Anyway, bear with me. I told him, the nurse, that she was on a new medication. And he said, I told him that she was on methotrexate for rheumatoid arthritis. He said, what's the first part of that word? I said, meth. He said, there you go. I said, what do you mean? He said, it's a synthetic form of meth. Let me let that sink in. It's a synthetic form of methamphetamine. This is coming from a licensed nurse telling me this. That's the reason she is so... That's one of the many reasons why she's flipping out. She got mad at her husband and she said, I'll kill him. And I just started laughing because people say that, right? No, she's like, no, I'm serious. I'll kill him. If he does that again, I'll kill him. And I was like, what is happening right now? And then she went on this whole gay thing and we were talking online and she cut and pasted everything. All these scriptures. Cut and paste, 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 like a crazy person. She was spiraling out of control. Needless to say, our friendship was done. I didn't even recognize who that person was. So it's not just relationships that people flip, it can be so called friendships too. And when you see the red flags, you got to start watching closer, or you could just start backing off, because this is certain things that people exhibit are a, what's the word? Character flaw. Some things that people do are a character flaw. That's not anything that can be changed. That's something that's wrong with them, personality wise. You know, they could change it, but why would they? Another thing, you seeing an example, and I know of another example where someone bottomed out, and we're no longer friends because she was used to, and they could be narcissist. I've just never seen the narcissistic side of them before, but they were definitely displaying narcissistic tendencies. The minute life stopped going perfect, the psychological bottom out happened, and it's like, whoa, what is happening right now, um so I had another friend who, she stayed with me, and she's accustomed to life going perfect. Always has a job, always has a nice apartment, always has a nice car, always could get another job in 2 seconds flat. Worked for HR, was very happy with that job. Life was going perfect. And then things started to change. Y'all remember this? I don't know how many years ago it started to change, but your college degree used to mean something, It meant that you were going to get it over someone who didn't have that degree. Well, then it just things drastically changed to where that was no longer a guarantee. Your degree, well, everybody who's applied for this has a degree. And so things just drastically changed. And she psychologically bottomed out. She became extremely depressed, extremely withdrawn, passive aggressive. I've never seen her do that. And I'd known her for many years as well. So needless to say, we're no longer friends. And that was a long time ago that ended. So yeah, I've seen that. The rest of us kind of roll with the punches, right? Life doesn't go your way. Most of us are smart enough to know that life doesn't always go your way. That's just the way it is. We don't have control over that. It doesn't always go your way. And who are you to think that it should? Truth be told, right? So yeah, drastic things, drastic changes, and people can show who they truly, truly are. Anybody can have a smiling face when life goes well. Anybody could be socially the center of attention, and everybody flocks to this person. Is that who they really are? Because when they get stressed, that is who they really are. And just wait and see what happens. They start barking at you, and you have nothing to, you're like, whoa, I didn't do anything to you. What's going on? It's weird. It's really weird. Wow. So yeah, definitely. I know of another situation. It was in Cosmo magazine, which used to be one of my favorite magazines. It's no longer my favorite because it's inundated with ads. Like, oh my God, the ads are like, there's more ads than articles. And I don't like that. That's not why I was really close, I don't want to say close to, because that sounds weird. But that I was really into that magazine, but then they ads everywhere exploding in your face, and I'm like, where's the freaking articles? And so it's no longer my favorite magazine. But it was for a long time, for many years. And I read this article where these two young ladies, this is typical, I don't know what happened with this. I don't. These girls grew up together. They grew up together, they went to school together, they went to high school together, they went to college together. So they just each other assumed, when first one to get married, the other one will be in my corner. The first one to have a baby, the other one will be in my corner. And, you'll be the godmother to my child. And, our children will have play dates and the whole 9 yards. Not so fast. So the young lady, one of them was going to get married. And naturally, the other one feels like, well, naturally, I'm going to be there for you because why wouldn't I be? So she was planning to be in the wedding, planning what to wear, the whole 9 yards, without warning and without provocation, without any type of argument or disagreement or any bad behavior on either part. The bride to be disinvited her with no explanation. These are the things that I'm trying to tell you. This is what happens. I don't know why people do this. They need to put on my tombstone, she never understood people. Because I never will understand them. I just don't get it. There was no fight. There was nothing said out of line. There was absolutely nothing. And she was crushed and devastated. Like, this is my life, go get your own kind of deal. She didn't say that, but her attitude and her behavior made it crystal clear. This is my life now. Wow. It hurt my heart, and I don't even know her, and it hurt my heart for her. This is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of crap I'm talking about. I remember, and I don't remember who it was that did it. Was it a coworker or something, or a friend, so-called friend? I remember when I got engaged at one point. So people want to see your ring, right? So you do that to show your ring. And she was like this. Oh. And almost, she didn't toss my hand away, but the way her hand pulled away, you could feel the, Are you serious right now? This is what I'm talking about. This is unnecessary. It's horrible. Please get therapy. Please get to the bottom of your emotional, psychological issues. Please get to the bottom of it. And if you grew up with family members, and I'm a key example, you grew up with family that are wackadoo, you don't have to be wackadoo too. You don't have to be passive aggressive. You don't have to be a pathological liar. You don't have to cut people's throats the way your throat was cut. You don't have to do that just because you were taught that. You had on-the-job training. You don't have to do that. Now, I'm not the type of person to be hateful, but if somebody deliberately hurts me, and I've been hurt my entire life, I'm coming for you. Because I would have fought a grizzly bear to protect you. That's just who I am. So when somebody basically treats me like garbage because something's wrong with them, there's a strong possibility I'm coming for you. It depends on the extent of the damage. I don't like people being constantly lied to. Every person, especially if you take a narcissist, for example, or someone with narcissistic tendencies, every person that they know is being talked about like a dog. Every person they know is being talked about badly, including you. You were engaged to this person, you were married to this person, or you were seeing this person, and you're talked about behind your back too. I love you so much. Oh, I can't stand her. She's such a bitch. Well, why don't you break up with her? Yeah, I know, but everybody's being talked about like a dog. Everybody's being pathologically lied to. Everyone is being played. Everyone is being manipulated. And depending on the extent of the damage that is done will determine what I do about it. There is no person that they know that is not being talked about behind their back. So yeah, people are going to get tired of you. You're going to meet somebody who's your match. You're going to meet your match one day, and you're not going to get a free pass like everybody else has given you. Somebody's actually going to get you back, and they're going to come for you, and they're going to expose your lies. Okay? So it's called karma, is what that is. That's called karma. Anyway, usually I'm a good person. I don't like to be played with. I don't. And I don't like everybody being lied to and lied on. I can't stand that mental gymnastics. Nah, we're not playing that game over here, home slice. We're not doing that. All right? You've been getting away with too much for too long. Anyway, so yeah, drastic changes in someone's life can make them, the real them, come out. And you're stunned because you've known this person for how long? And you had no idea. You had no idea. Wow. Viciousness for no reason. Please get therapy. If you need help, with your issues, please get help. Find free, type in your computer or type in your phone, free help for personality disorder, free help for anger problems, free help for whatever it is. Maybe you should see your doctor. Maybe there's something wrong with you hormonally that's making you flip the hell out. It happens. You can have a hormonal imbalance, which can be detected probably through blood work. And if you go to I forget what they're called, endocrinologist, they can tell you if something is off with your body. Okay? Get some help. Life is short. Life is way shorter than we realize. You want to spend the rest of your life alone and miserable, or with people and miserable because you're miserable, so you're making everybody you meet miserable? Come on now. When does that cycle stop? When does that cycle stop? Okay? Think about it. And if you've got stories where a female so-called friend, relative, or whatever dogged you for no reason at all and just devastated you, please put your comments in the comments below. Where we know better, we do better. And I mean, I know another thing I was going to say. I noticed this with men and women, but it's especially egregious when women do it because there's no need for it. We need to have a sisterhood and we need to have a connection. A lot of men can't stand women. They hate us. They freaking hate us. So all we have is each other. We have a sisterhood, right? And the men who don't hate us, which we love you. Guys who don't hate women, mwah, we love you. Okay? Thank you. But we need to be a sisterhood, and we don't need to, women are getting killed left and right, brutally murdered by men. This is not anything new. Look in the news. It's happening so frequently. It's almost routine. So we don't need, as women, to smack down on each other too. Be jealous, hateful, mean, disparaging. There's no excuse for that. We need to be a sisterhood. Okay? So the one person that I'm no longer friends with, I didn't say anything, but these are also red flags. I'm a girl. We like nails, we like hair, we like jewelry, we like makeup. Some women like to enhance their breasts. Hey, you're grown. Do what you want to do, boo. I wouldn't go too big because it sucks. I'm just telling you. So anyway, this person was making disparaging comments on their video one time, and I was just kind of, I don't want to say alarmed, but kind of. I was thrown because they don't normally talk like that. They don't normally talk like that. So this person made a comment. She's a female. She made a comment and said, I don't like women. This is a woman. I don't like women who have fake breasts, fake nails, fake eyelashes, fake hair. I'm 100% real. This is what she's saying. I'm 100% real. There's nothing on me that's fake. And it's like, why? I was thrown because normally her videos are wholesome and introspective, causes you to be introspective, and they're not usually disparaging towards other people. So I was really thrown sideways. when you look at it from a logical perspective, first of all, if you don't date women, what do you give a shit what they do? I'm just saying. If you don't date women, why do you care what they do? And if you do date women, which she does not, but she has in the past, if you do date women, choose somebody wholesome. Wholesome. She don't wear makeup. She don't wear jewelry. She don't wear the dreaded nails, and she don't wear the dreaded hair, which I find bullshit because, like they say, I call bullshit on that because celebrities wear weaves all the time, and people worship the ground celebrities walk on, like they never wake up with morning breath. Let's just keep it real. People just love celebrities, and they could do whatever they want to do. They could have hair down to their ankles, and nobody will say a word. They'll be like, "Oh my God, I love their music. They're so awesome." I mean, come on. Let's not be hypocrites, okay? So anyway, it's just ridiculous. When you look at it from a logical perspective, number one, we should be a sisterhood. We should not be attacking other people. If what they're doing looks good on them, you tell them it looks good, you look really pretty, and you shut up. Because what they do has nothing to do with you. It's not your business. It is not your hands that the nails are on. It's not your head. If they have a tattoo and you're not into that, that's cool. It's not on your body. They didn't force you at gunpoint to get one. These are none of your business. So if you think about it from a logical perspective, there's got to be something more to it than you just got to beef with it. And I'm going to tell you what I think it is. You know me, I'm analytical to my detriment sometimes. It's not your business. So you know that commonsensically. You know that's not your business. So I think what the root of the issue is, it's not the tattoo, the nails, the hair, or anything else, or the boobs. It's got nothing to do with that. It has to do with control and jealousy. I think it's a combination of control and jealousy. I'm going to dictate and guilt people for doing what they do. I'm going to guilt people for having a tattoo, for having boobs, for, whatever it is that they're doing. I'm going to guilt them for it. So that maybe I can, make them change. It's like a control thing. You're trying to guilt somebody. If a person does what they do, they're going to do what they want to do, regardless of what you say. So you're wasting a lot of time and energy on that. Truth be told, you're wasting a lot of time and energy on something that's none of your damn business. So, anyway, I gotta go. But I think it's control and jealousy. That's exactly what I think it is. Control and jealousy. Mind your business. Mind your damn business. Who's gay, who's straight, who got tattoos, who don't, who's got hair down to their butt, who don't. Your hair was short yesterday, today it's long. So what? That's none of your business. None of your business. None of your business. So yeah, I think it's a lot to do with jealousy. And if this person, I gotta go, but if this person is online trying to attract men, I'm wholesome. I'm a good person. I'm 100% natural, which she's not. She wears makeup. Makeup ain't natural. What? Makeup's not natural. Your lips are not red naturally. Your lips are not that coral shade naturally. Don't wear jewelry. Don't wear makeup because none of that's natural either. If we're going to go dumb, let's go all the way dumb. Let's not have a stopping point. So anyway, we need to love each other and be a sisterhood and stop disparaging each other because it makes no sense. Okay? The world is hard enough on women as it is. We need to have each other's back. Okay? All right. Much love to you guys. Bye-bye.